Hey everyone, welcome back to Matchnik Garage. Today we're going to rip the engine out of this 1955 Chevy 3100, and Samantha's going to help me pull the front clip off, and towards the end of the video we're going to get her thoughts on the truck. Now this truck is for her, so I've got to make it nice, I've got to make it reliable, comfortable to drive. You know, she's not going to manhandle manual steering like, you know, some of us guys would. But we got to make it a nice driver. So today's a good start. I've had this sitting around for about 3 weeks now, and I have been itching to get at it. So let's get after it, and we'll get this engine out of here. All right. Right here. And here. And you'll see how it goes.
Here?
No, don't grab those. Just kind of.
Here?
Yeah, because these are just like. Alright. Now let's straight up. Let's see if it's. Is that too heavy?
Uh-huh. Gonna die.
If I go down to the ground. Alright. Now see if you can just lift by the wheel well. And we'll I am fairly surprised at how well some of these bolts are coming off. Thought about bringing the torch home. But then said, nah, we'll just break it all.
Whatever works.
Put it up on jack stands, got all the brake drums off, so maybe it'll roll around a little easier. Walnut. Some darn squirrels, they keep putting all their nuts all over our stuff. Dirt dauber nuts everywhere. Those should be good. That one had stuff in it. That's the only one that had stuff in it. We'll just...
It's okay, you missed us.
I hate antifreeze. Just it gets everywhere. It's slimy. It's.
I think you have a gift for getting covered in antifreeze anytime you touch anything with it.
Every time, take an antifreeze shower. Now, where do I hook to back here? Cut that. Probably should just cut that. But do I take the starter off and use a starter bolt? I wonder if it has any oil in it. Oh, still clean. But I'm pretty sure this engine's locked up anyway. Oh, no. Definitely had a ridge though. Nope, it stopped right there, so it didn't even make a 360. Probably a few more miles on that. That's not crusty at all. Alright, probably should take the starter off. Got the antifreeze to hold it in. It's nice to work on something that's not all metric bolts. I don't get to do that anymore. Or if I go out to work on a semi, it's half standard, half metric. Half just junk. Leave any room for a socket though. I can't see what I'm doing. Oh, this wiring's so shot, I'm just gonna grab a snip and just cut it.
So how'd you get into working on all the old stuff?
Well, started when I was 13. I spent weeks begging my dad to let me get a Jeep. Saw a TV show with some Jeeps off-roading and this and that. Kind of just fell in love with it. And begged and begged and begged. Wanted a CJ7 or a Wrangler. Wasn't really picky at the time. And I ended up with a 1980 CJ7. Not knowing what I was getting into. That was the rustiest. Well, thinking back on it, I've had worse, but at the time, that was the rustiest thing I had ever saw in my life. And started working on it in the driveway. And then just started buying more of it. Just kind of never ended from there, you know. And it's always been where if I buy one, I end up with two or three. Always has been that way. I mean, look at the Ford truck that we're working on now, and we had three of them. You know, it's cheaper to buy a whole truck for parts than it is just to buy the parts. But unfortunately, never ended up finishing that Jeep. You know, we would road trip all over Chicago, Central Illinois, Minnesota, find frame and axles and doors and body tubs, and it was a lot of fun as a kid.
Your dad was pretty willing to take you wherever as long as you set it up yourself, made the deal.
Yeah, I at 13 years old, 14 years old, I'm making all the phone calls and then we would, on his weekends, we'd go out finding parts. We'd go out to junkyards and find wheels that we had needed just to roll around on. And where did that nut go? I'll find it later. Alright, that's out. But yeah, that was a good time. And that's, at one point we ended up with a 79 Ford F-150, and that's kind of where my love for that 70s body style came from. So, but yeah, I've just been working on stuff ever since. Became a mechanic at a shop for a while and figured out I hated working on new cars because they are the absolute worst. But alright. Now how does that? Let's get this off here. Hopefully there's not some rotten gas in here. Well, pretty much everything I learned over the years was either on-the-job training or just figuring it out. Let me get something to... What in the devil is that? I don't know if those... Is there just no bolt in there?
What is your favorite vehicle you've owned throughout your life?
Oh, I don't know. There's been so many of them.
There's got to be one that just stands out.
I don't think there's a bolt in this. Yeah, there's no bolt in that.
Maybe it's just because of like a memory that goes with it, not the car itself.
Well, I mean, it's probably the Jeeps. You know, I've bought and sold and taken apart. We've got to be in the low 20s. And just never got around to finishing one. And I still chase that. Is there a bolt in this one? Oh, maybe? Yeah, still chase that. So, that's why there's a Jeep in the corner of the shop. That, you know, I'll get to one day, since I'm not allowed to sell it. Because I've done that a lot. And always regretted it. is going? Oh, I see.
Do you want to show what you see?
Yeah. You get a hammer. Everything needs a hammer. So, just working on the transmission mount bolts here. You can't really see it here, but we got one here and it's got some lock tab bent around it. Now, if I'm looking at the other one right, there's no bolt in the other side. Convenient for me, because I take it out. Then look at that. Oh, let's get in here. This here. Custom drive shaft. I don't know if it's just been spliced together or what, but I've never seen one that just goes, you know, tube and then just goes down to narrow drive shaft. Is that factory? Could be. But let me get this one bolt out. Set that anywhere. There, now it's fit. It's nice to be working outside today.
Very nice.
You know, we'll get this into the shop one of these. Oh, there's another bolt missing. We'll get this into the shop. But I'm working on getting that cleaned up and a little more camera friendly, so that we can try to improve the quality of our videos.
That helps now I got the camper out of there.
Yep, camper's gone. And I just got so many tires that have taken off of stuff and come off of semi-trucks. You know, the garbage piles up so fast. And I don't have a garbage service. So I've got to haul it all out. Alright, let's see here. Get the speedometer cable off. Yeah, so I got to haul it all out. And, you know, it just takes so much time to do everything.
I was gonna say, who's got time for that?
Well, gotta make time. So. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna work on getting this drive shaft off. And then, I might have to pull that transmission to get this engine out. Because I don't think it's gonna, or maybe we lift that. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we'll just cut that drive shaft because we're not going to use it. We'll take a look at it here and then we'll bring you back in with what we're going to do. Alright, so I think I've got everything disconnected. Just have the chain wrapped around good enough. And use this cherry picker that's been sitting around there in my shed for 6 years now.
Yeah.
Because it's missing a wheel. So I don't know what could possibly go wrong when you're missing a wheel and you don't have all the right stuff because it's at the shop. So we'll see what happens. Sorry about the lawnmowers. It's Sunday. Everybody wants to mow their lawn. That's what I should be doing. Tomorrow, maybe. I don't think this is going to go as well as I hoped. These are in the way, so I'll take those off. Motor mounts. Let's do it the fast way. There's another one. Get the hook back further so it lifts the transmission. See there? Farther down. And we'll just shove that in there. It'll be fine. Hoping we got enough room. Let's see. Gonna be close. Need to get the right combination of front and back lift. Need one of those engine equalizers, or whatever they call them. That would be helpful. You get stuck on a shift lever. Ow. Oh, yeah, I don't know. That wheel sure would be helpful. Let's look in the cab here. It's just hitting on the two corners of the tunnel there, the very top of the trans. think we can just bend those out of the way for now. Let's see what that does. Come on this side. Without that wheel, it'll tip that way if it's going to. And it sure wants. Pretty sure the LS is a lot lighter than this one. No, it won't fall as far. But yeah, that wasn't so bad. Let's see. I'll show you what I was fighting. This cross member here is riveted in. It doesn't come out easily. So the distance between all of this and then these two corners is just barely big enough. So I just had to tweak these corners a little bit and we'll be able to straighten those back out. So I think I'm just going to get this off to the side and get this cleaned up a little bit, get some wheels back on it, and probably pull the drive shaft out the rest of the way, and that's probably enough for today. How excited are you about your truck?
Super excited. No, I'm really excited.
Now, you weren't super convinced on this particular body style when I brought it up, because you know you were really stuck on the first series. So was that 48 or 47 to 53 or 4?
I think part of it was from your verbal description of this truck. I just wasn't picturing it correctly. And then once you showed me...
I mean, it's 1955. I mean, this is... we think of a 55 Bel Air or something like that. You know, them eyes.
Yeah, I can picture a 55 Bel Air, but trucks aren't that common in my
But
knowledge.
you're into the truck. You didn't want like a Bel Air or, you know, something like that, a Packard Clipper or whatever it was.
No, I like the truck a lot.
Okay. You like the big window? You don't want the small one? It just look like you're driving a fishbowl around?
No, I like the window a lot.
Okay.
I don't really care so much for the other look.
Sure. But what do you think about the paint? I mean, do we got to make this thing shiny, or, you know, I mean, obviously the door is a bit ugly because that's not original, but You know, we got all the different colors in here with the black and the original. I think this blue in here. It's around the windshield, and we've got the fenders off over there, and it's really in the cowl. You know, that's a pretty nice blue. But you like all that once we start blending everything together?
I do. I like the patina look. I'm not looking for like a paint job or custom or whatever. I like it how it is.
Maybe in the future, though.
Maybe in the future, it's a possibility down the road, but right now I really like how it looks as it is, and we'll just, yeah, touch up, make it.
Okay.
But the blue that you keep talking about up here that you like,
The original blue.
this blue,
The original color of the truck.
I don't dig that one so much.
A little too baby blue for you?
Yeah, I like more of the seafoam green or turquoisey teal type blue, not the like baby sky blue.
Yeah, some of these other colors, they've just gotten so much sun and other paints into them that they're a little different than original.
I've never been a blue person.
Sure. I mean, what are you hoping for with this truck? I mean, obviously, you want it to run, because this hasn't in many years. But I mean,
Running would be a plus.
you want to be able to drive it.
I do.
You know, with some of the modern creature comforts.
Yes, I like my AC if that's possible.
I think we can do AC.
I like being able to actually, steer and turn a car on my own.
Yeah, the manual steering that this thing has now, I think you'd be struggling with that because you'd be Armstronging it, as they say, if you're not rolling.
Yeah, stopping, that's a big plus.
So good brakes.
Yeah.
Good brakes, disc brakes. Because right now this has got drums. Well, it has places for drums all the way around. I've since taken them all off so it rolls. But, it comes from the factory with drum brakes all around. And I don't know if you know what that means, but you start braking hard, time after time, and your brakes start to get less and less and less. And that's just not a safe way to go about this, especially for modern traffic. Back in 1955, there wasn't quite as many cars on the road. Not quite as many stoplights, I would imagine, either.
Yeah, probably not.
But, we'll definitely upgrade that and, those kinds of things. Get you some modern tires on there. I mean, you still haven't told me what color wheels you want on here.
And I'm still not going to because I don't have that answer yet.
I've been hounding her for a color or wheel just to give me an idea. And I just, that's going to be a surprise for all of us here.
I haven't had the...
What do you want for wheels? She said white walls. Wide whites.
Yes.
But
That's
as far
still
as...
what's in my head, but that could change too.
As far as the wheels, that's going to be a mystery for a while. And I'm going to keep hounding about that one.
And just haven't had the ideal time to
But obviously
do some research and look and see what I like on comparable vehicles.
Right. Obviously, you've really been looking at, the internet images and stuff like that, and other patina trucks.
Yes.
And from what I've seen, I don't think you want big 20-inch wheels or anything silly like that.
No.
More stock looking.
Yes. Yeah, I don't want to change it too much like that.
All right. Well, what'd you think about pulling the engine today? Big step forward.
Definitely progress. The first thing we actually did to it, so it's like, yeah, we're finally finally starting on something
And-
that I'm interested in for once.
I mean, I don't know about you, but this has been bugging me for, you know, it's been sitting here for 3 weeks now. 2 days ago would have been 3 weeks. So I've been itching to get at it.
I may have been more because sometimes it feels like in my life we do things that's like, yeah, we're gonna do this, and then something happens and it never works out. So actually, like, getting going on it
Sure.
is a huge step for me.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
pretty excited.
there's a whole nother running, driving truck in the yard that has got your engine and transmission in it. So, you know, the parts are here.
Yeah, that was exciting, even just to go get that.
You know, so I mean, we're gonna do some pretty cool things with this. I think they're cool. I've never actually completed anything that's this old of a vehicle, so this will be a first for the both of us. We've got some cool things coming up. We've got a surprise next video that might help move this project along a little bit faster. So we appreciate everybody for watching. If you like this kind of content, go ahead and like and subscribe. You know, follow along with Matchnik Garage. You know, we're going to be doing these types of projects for, you know, the foreseeable future. We're in this for the long haul, and, you know, I've got a handful of projects I want to get done. You know, handful of cars that I'd like in my collection. So this is just, you know, one of the many. So I think that about wraps this one up. But thanks for watching.